A big thank you to the police officers who rescued me that day that I had an accident. Near the road where I actually knew that my chair was flying over the edge. But lucky, if I did not have my seatbelt on, my chair would go over me. But the really good news was that the police officer who knew who I was actually knew I flung out of my chair into the gravel. I feel like now I'm getting all the memories are coming back from it. A big thank you to nurses and the doctors, the Gosford Hospital, looking after me for the last few days. If it wasn't for my mum, if it wasn't for myself, if I wasn't, and including the people who knew it was, it was a, it was like a blind spot. But please, if anybody knew, especially coming near the roundabout, please stop and look both ways. But please, a big thank you to the hospital who knew, and the ambulance and the police. It was a very experience that I did not realize I got hit by a car. But now, my actual chair is still at the police station. That's why I'm saying a big thank you to the police officers who knew that I gave them my password to get into my phone. Because if I wasn't police officers, if I wasn't getting hit by a car, it was very, very tricky. A big thank you to all my support workers, all my staff, and all my coordinators, including from Challenge and from the support I had. A big thank you to everybody else who wrote a beautiful comment to look after myself. Please, if you come near the roundabout, please just stop, because it is very dangerous and feel like you're going to collide in one car. But if people are on the road, please look both ways, because that was scary. If anybody knew I was in an accident, please, a big thank you to the police officers who knew I was very, hit by a car, flung out of my chair, 2 meters. I woken up vomiting to the hospital from the Woy Woy hospital, to the Gosford hospital, and I threw up. The first night, I could not cope in there. My brain was like, never. So a big thank you to the nurses who look after me so much, gave me so much support. It's very, very tricky. You don't realize you get into a car accident. But hey, I'm looking both ways, and it's very, very hard. But please, if anybody out there, just look on the safety road and look, and please slow down, because one day you'll get into collided with a car, and if you see a human being, stop. It's like a blind spot, especially in the roundabout. But a big thank you to the police officers who knew what I went through. It is very, very scary. A big thank you to them, the New South Wales Police.